Well, welcome back. Here we are again in the garage, and today I'm going to start tackling the 3800 engine here for the Park Avenue. I'm actually going to do the intake gaskets on it and the valve cover gaskets. I think the intake gaskets may have been done at one point, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to make sure they're done, so that way whoever buys this car, they can, rest assured it'll be problem free. So we'll get that done today. A couple days ago, I was actually able to get it outside. I don't know, it was actually a pretty decent day. I got it outside, did some power washing on it, so I got it all cleaned up. So I got all the gunk and crap and stuff out of here. I got that nice and cleaned up, so that'll make life a whole lot easier. And well, what else we have? Look at that. That other Park Avenue is gone. That thing, you had a guy come pick it up the other day for 125 bucks just for the shell. I've still got the front bumper, the hood. I've got the fenders up there, some other miscellaneous parts out of it. They'll still keep up for sale, but I made out pretty good on that car. Paid, I don't remember, $950 for it. And I got the entire front clip off it. Radiator fans, AC condenser, radiator, all the under hood parts that I need to return this one to stock. I kept the engine transmission out of it. The front struts were new. Brand new, well, 3,000 miles on new wheels and tires. I got the full set of those. So I made out, in my opinion, I think I did really good on that deal. So that car is gone now. And, well, son of a, something else came and took its place. So this is actually the first time I'm really getting a chance to look at this. This is a 1998 Cadillac Seville STS. This thing, found it on Marketplace. She's pretty crunchy. This is all shot right here. You'll see these a lot of times. All this whole back area is just rotted out on them. This one's pretty bad. Let's go over here. This side here is shot as well. It's gone. I have not even looked underneath this car yet, but I can see already right here we got some pretty bad rust issues. Yep, that's not going to be great. I don't expect this car to be good for much of anything. I bought this car pretty much just for the wheels as a parts car, and we do need a couple other parts for my son's Cadillac Seville, the one that used to be mine, the red one. So he needs a couple parts. I wanted the wheels for something else, and we'll see what happens. This car only has 102,000 miles on it. Is actually not in bad shape other than being extremely dirty. Check this out. Boom! Look at that! Got the cell phone in it. That's awesome. Sure, it don't work, but it's still pretty cool. This car, I'm pretty sure, is the engine is blown or at least hydrolocked. The guy did send a video. Said, oh, it runs. Well, I don't know. He sent me a video showing it runs. Said it was a cold start video. Let me go grab the Hood Stick 9000. But he said, yeah, it runs. And he sent a video of it supposedly running. And I'm telling you what, that thing does not sound healthy at all. It sounded like a rod knock for sure. So I'm pretty sure that motor is junk. I don't care. I didn't buy it for the engine. But, it's fun. I think I'm going to pull the spark plugs on it just to see. When you hit the key, it rolls over like 2 degrees. I mean, it does not move much at all. So I'm pretty sure it's just junk, and we're just going to keep it that way. Let's see here. We're going to prop this up at there. That'll work. So yeah, so you can see they've had the cover off here. This is the first time I'm actually looking at any of this. Doesn't look too bad. Let's see if we can see anything under the oil cap. I don't see, you really can't see anything in there on camera. I don't see anything telling in there really. Let's close that back up. Let's check the oil. I have not even pulled the dipstick on this car yet. Oh, she's bad. That thing is smoked. Look at that. That is milkshake. It's done. This motor is toast. I'm still going to pull the spark plugs on it because I think it's just hydrolocked, and I want to see if I can actually get it to turn over. tensioner is completely shot. I was pulling the belt yesterday before I loaded it up to see if I could actually get it to move at all. And like I said, I had him hit the key with me watching it, and that crank pulley just does not really spin at all. It just clicks. Nothing. So I'm gonna get out the setup here, and I'm gonna pull the spark plugs out real quick, and let's just see what we can end up with. All right, let's do this here. See what we got. So we've either got a motor completely locked up, a rod thrown, which based off the video that I was sent, I think is quite likely. Ooh. Or we've got just the hydro locked. Oh man. These things are in there good. I'll just put a little silicone grease on these boots. That way they don't come out so hard. Let's get the pliers on them. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. Alright, ooh, I see a little bit of oil in that one, nothing bad. Nothing too crazy. Ooh. Man. Alright, I'm not gonna mess it. It's gonna get the impact. There we go. Of course we shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna anyway. I don't really care. It's a junk motor, so. That one actually don't look bad. Doesn't fit at all. That's okay. I don't know what on this. I don't know what yeah. We'll go assembly. Not terrible. Jeez. Sorry. I'm not working. I just this off. There we go. Okay, well, so far I've seen no liquid on any of the plugs. God dang. Things really do not want to come out of there. There we go. Smarter that way. Okay. So, let's see here. We think it'll turn over? I doubt it. I don't think so. Well, as expected, nothing. So let's see, what do we got to do to get the back here? Stick. Oh. Of course, there's a bunch of shit in the way. Let's unplug this module. Like, for the most part, just 10 millimeter, and it should come right off. So I'm thinking there's a chance that this may be just hydro locked, but there's also a really good chance that the engine is just throwing a rod and it's just done. Again, I know based on the video that was sent to me, I'm pretty sure the engine is just smoked. But, you know, where's the point? Or where's the fun in just going off that? Gotta find out for ourselves. Snow coming today. We're supposed to get an inch or two, nothing crazy. Jeez, I should have brought my driver out here for this. I don't like being cold, but I don't want to push this into the garage in case it does puke out a bunch of crap. You know, my garage is really clean and pristine. I don't want to be making a big mess in there. Okay, let's see here. Just come off. No, of course not. Of course, more free bolts in the way. What else we got on here? Just know there's going to be one way in the back somewhere. It's a pain in the ass to get to. I really can't see back there still. You know, just waiting for any comments in the video. You know they're coming. Oh, the starter is under the intake. Don't be foolish. Clearly anybody that says that kind of stuff has never actually worked on a starter on these things. These intakes, there's no coolant that runs through them. So you zip them off and your starter's right there. It's clean, it's protected. You're not crawling underneath the car trying to mess with stuff. It's actually pretty darn nice. Okay. Now let's see here. Okay, oh yeah. Right in the back there. Well, you know, at least they make it so you can be a contortionist to get to it. Won't worry about that spark plug. It's optional. It's extra. know there's going to be one more. That one should be on the other side. Who knows? Can't see it. Let's see here. Should get the eyeballs back there. Looks like that's it right there. You know, they make all this stuff really easy to get to. Wired for life. Ever heard of them spark plug wires before? Must be good. They're for life, right? Trademark. Hey, you know we're dealing with the best of the best. That'd be nice if they made that bracket slotted. Ooh. Getting the snow coming on there. Ain't good. I don't like it. Nope, just not quite there yet. I don't like this cold stuff. Not a fan. There yet? No. Can't feel my fingers. Oh, lost it. It never happens. Yeah, it went away. We'll find it someday. Probably not. This thing's definitely had somebody getting into it. I see some stuff being messed with down there. Over time, you can tell. All right. These headlights, they're in really good. I don't know if you can see this on the camera at all, but yeah, it looks like you can. They got use RCA jack here, and this side we got a couple zip ties to hold them in place. High-tech stuff. This is only on the STS model they did that. The regular Seville, the SLS, you actually got bolts, but the STS, they actually wanted to do lighter weight, so they didn't use as many bolts in them. Weight savings for racing and all. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see about getting these plugs off. These wires. Rip some stuff on that one. You know these are going to come out real nice and good. All the surprises here. Let's do this here. Nope, ripped it again. This one's gonna be good. You know what, fuck it. There we go. That's how we do it. They won't really get me. Let me twist them. So ideally, the best thing is you can get them to twist, and you can get them to come off a little better. But they don't want to twist. There we go. There's two. Knees are gonna feel good after this, being bent backwards. One more. Let's see what we can do. See if we can get it. There we go. Ooh, careful, careful. All right, now I think we're gonna be able to get the impact back there on those ones. Let's see. Have to go back to doing it by hand like a peasant. Yeah, I ain't gonna get back there with that. Jeez. I'm really hoping I see one of these just filled with water. Motor's still junk either way. That one looks alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a bigger ratchet. A little more power. There we go. Got the breaker bar. Now we'll make it happen. Get them all broke loose with this. Oh, shoot. Not gonna work. Nope, it's not gonna work because you're gonna want to pull out of it looks all right. Well, we got two more to go. And once it gets to that point, we can definitely say that well, it ain't hydrolocked. we got ice on the tip of that one. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that's definitely something there. That's no good. Which, if we got ice in here, we're not going to be able to spin this motor over anyway. It's still going to be locked. So maybe we'll push it in the garage overnight and let it thaw. Try on it tomorrow. Never did check the coolant in this either to see if it's actual coolant or if it's water. And who knows, this whole thing could just be filled with water. The block could be split and everything. Oh yeah. Yep, there we go. That tells us everything we need to know right there. That's full of ice crystals in that one. Okay, well, just for the hell of it, let's give it a crank and see if it does anything. I'm thinking no. Let's see. Nope. We got nothing. So, what I'm thinking, we're going to close the hood up on this. We're going to go back in the garage, and I'm going to clean up that spot where the old Buick was. Get that all set up. I'm going to push this in there. We'll let this thaw out overnight. I'll come back tomorrow and see if it'll crank over at all. Back in the garage. Let's get this disaster cleaned up. And there we have it. I've got, it's not clean in here. It's a big mess garage. We can't keep it clean. We can't make it really nice and shiny in here. But it's clean enough. I've got enough room to work on this now, so I'm gonna go in, grab a quick snack, and I'm gonna come out and we'll start ripping off the supercharger, the fuel lines, all the top end here. And we're gonna inspect those intake gaskets, see just how bad they are, see if we actually needed to replace them. I don't think it's worth the $50 risk. I think it's easy enough to do. It's already out. We're just gonna get it done anyway. But we'll see how it actually looks, see if it actually needed it.
It kind of smells like fuel.
Yep, that's normal. So, these actually...
They don't look terrible.
These have been done before.
Really?
Yep, these are actually not bad. I've seen way worse, but we're going to do them anyway.
Yeah, because mine and, what was it, the Cadillacs, was it?
Yep.
I don't know, which car did we do that? It was like
So these intake gaskets have been replaced. They're actually not bad. When they get bad, you can see this one has a little bit of bowing outwards this way towards the intake port. And you can see the coolant, just a little bit of bowing there, but really not bad. When these are bad, you'll actually see this intake port especially, or the intake, the water, the coolant jacket port right here. This will break apart at your sealing material and it will actually collapse inward on either side, and then your intake ports also will collapse. So here, the gasket that Canon has here actually shows that very well. So this one is just starting to collapse. So I'm glad we did this. It's an easy one to do. So this one, again, yeah, you can tell they have been changed. This is not factory original, but we'll get them replaced again. And I bought the metal frame gaskets, so we won't have to worry about this ever being another problem ever again. Gasket time. And I actually picked up here a set of the Felpro metal framed gaskets for this. These are the way to go. I'm telling you, if you ever do a set of these 3800 intake gaskets and you don't ever want to do them again, or if you want to reassure a buyer that the job was done right, this is the way to go. These will never fail again. You will not have these collapsing around your coolant ports or around your intake ports like those plastic framed ones. They're better in every way. Every single intake gasket I have done on a 3800, I always use these metal ones, no exceptions. I don't care if I'm building it, putting it together just to sell to somebody or putting it together for my own personal use. If I am doing 3800 intake gaskets, it's getting these gaskets. I can't tell you, how many times that I put in the ad for a car I'm selling that it has, the metal framed intake gaskets, and people ask questions about that, and I tell them, why we want the metal gaskets, and they end up buying the car because it gives them confidence that the job was done right and that it's not going to fail on them again. Everybody knows this is a weak point with these engines, and doing it right with these gaskets, you eliminate that weak point. And here is the 3800 out of the gold Buick going into the black Buick. And as you can see, I have got it, for the most part, pretty much assembled and ready to go. Now, how am I going to drop this in yet? I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm just going to pick the engine and transmission up off the subframe and try to drop it in there. I think that might be a pain with the motor mounts and the rear transmission mount. I'm kind of dreading the thought of that. What I might end up doing is kind of similar to what I did with the gold Buick. I actually might pick up the front of the car with my engine hoist and just pick up the whole thing, drop the front subframe out, wheel it over here, and then pick this engine and transmission up off this subframe, transplant it to the good subframe in that car, wheel it back under there, and then drop the body back onto it. I'm kind of thinking that might be the easiest way to go here. Let me know, what do you think? I've done a couple of these before, but I haven't really done enough of them to know, the best way to do it. So let me know.